All right. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on our team Zoom. Tonight we have a special guest speaker, but before we get to that, a little bit of recognition. So shout out to Bronwyn Blaguette and Lauren Waters for being business starters. And Bronwyn also hit Success Club her first month in the business, so she gets an exclusive call with our CEO, Carl Deichler. Hello. And then congrats to everyone who has hit Success Club so far this month. I know Jean Reed and Kat McMaster were at 6 and 5 last time I checked. I am at 4. I should be at 6, maybe 8 by the end of the day. I'm pushing. I'm like, I need to get Success Club 10 by the 10th. That's always my goal. So invite. And yeah, let's get to Toniya. So if you guys don't know Toniya, she is a freaking rock star. This girl is a diamond coach, and she has a gift for social media and kind of sharing her life and who she is and what she's about in a way that really makes people trust her and connect with her. And it's really an art that you need to learn. So if you don't have something to take notes with yet, I highly suggest you get some notes out. Toniya, can you share your screen and then you can get your slides and get this party started?
Yes, I'm trying to decide if I have it as a PDF too. I don't know what would be easier.
I don't know. Whatever's easier for you.
Right. Hi, I'm Toniya. Let me show you what I got going on here. Welcome. I'm so glad to be here tonight. And this is my first team call, so that's exciting. Let's see. Did it share or no?
No. Yes.
All right. Okay, can you guys see that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have been a coach for about 2.5 years, a little more than that. And it's definitely been a learning process the whole entire time. And so the way I've done social media has changed drastically. And I still feel like I'm learning all the time. And so let me just share with you kind of what I'm doing right now, what I'm still learning about, and you guys can ask questions as well. So what we're going to cover is who we're talking to when we're talking, in social media, your niche, I always say it crazy, the voice that you're using when you're talking, your focus. We're going to get personal. We're going to talk with feeling. We're going to sprinkle in some beach body stuff. And what in the world do we post about? Okay. So let's see if this will even, hold on. Maybe this wasn't the best one. Okay. So we are talking about who you're talking to. So if you're just posting to nobody and you don't have anyone in mind, then your posts are going to come across that way. So you really need to dial in who you are talking to. And I know there's lots of things a lot of you have done, the Chalene Johnson, like create your avatar kind of thing. And that's great if you actually use it. Like if you put that away and don't ever think about it, then it doesn't really work. Or if they're like too made up, I found, that doesn't work either. So what you need to do is like find somebody who actually follows your page and use a real person. Like that makes it so much more concrete if you are following a real person. And my kids coming in. And really, like, what they look like. You can figure out where they live. Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? Are they pet people? Are they working? Are they stay-at-home moms? All of those things. And then you can really kind of dial in what they need help with. So knowing who you're talking to makes it more concrete. And then you want to figure out, like, what you can say to make their life easier. What kinds of tips do they need? One thing that I've found that's super important is like, how can you like add value, but not just fitness value? Like, how can you make them laugh? It's mom, like, who drinks wine. I'm a mom who drinks wine. I post about wine and chocolate and toddlers who do crazy things because that is my life and those are my people. And so share with them how you can make them laugh a little bit, have fun, and how you can inspire them. Okay. We're going to go to the next one. I'm going to try to go fast because there's a lot of these. Okay, so just some little examples of kind of how I do this and what I do to excuse me for just a moment. I need you to please stay out. Okay. Go hang out with Dada, please. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. So I was cooking, like kids were actually doing the right thing, and I was, I had my Fixate book open, and this isn't staged, this happened for real. But the way I kind of, you can see peanut butter squares in the oven, oldies being sung along to, kids coloring nicely at the table, veggies being prepped for dinner, pure magic happening right now. Who wants the recipe? Okay, so that was a way to say, hey, this is our healthy lifestyle, but also get interaction through my page by asking, who else wants this? And I got a lot of comments on that. And I'm kind of losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. Kids are throwing me off. Okay. And since one of my things is clean eating, it's big. I help a lot of people with clean eating. So I post a lot of grocery stuff. And so I'm not just posting what I bought, but this is everything that I got. And then we talk about, people are like, how much did you spend? And so we talk about how it's actually not that expensive if we do this twice a month and we eat it and we're not throwing it away, and it's way cheaper than all the crap you can buy. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. And so, yeah, another example of how I actually connect to my target market. Let's see. Let's move on. Okay. This part's important. And I know a lot of my coaches, we talk about this. We've already said, you pick one person that you need to talk to and talk to them like you're talking to your friend. You don't want to be like, you guys, hey, everyone. And I see a lot of posts that are super impersonal. They're like, oh, I did my workout today. And you're like, you need to connect with people. Like, is that what you would say to your friend? Like, oh, got my Shakeology. You need to talk about how you're really, like, how does that help your day? My Shakeology really gives me energy and makes it so that I can get out the door in the morning and get my kids to school by 7:15. That's super early. So one way to look at it is to look back at your personal page and then look at your business page. If you have a life page, compare. Are people responding more to your personal page because you're being more real and you're talking like you normally talk? That's a big clue. So that's just something that I've learned along the way. Am I going too slow or too fast, Rachel? Okay. This PDF thing's not the best plan. Okay. So this is what we share real life. So I share how I talk. It's date night. We learned something new. You can buy a growler of local craft beer from the gas station. Who knew? It's kind of awesome and weird at the same time. So, this is not health and fitness. We have a really big bottle of beer, but this is our life and we're having fun. And people are like, oh, she doesn't just eat salad all the time. But this is how I talk. And so people can relate to that. All right, next one, maybe. Okay. And my kids are making dinner. We're having fruit salad and a banana with peanut butter and a tortilla. Yay. Okay. But my kids are showing clean eating. And we have a whole healthy lifestyle. It's not just the adults in our family. Like, our kids participate as well. Okay, let's see. We've talked a little bit about this, but get personal. So this is a helping business. And if you can't be personal, then nobody cares. There are a billion coaches out there, and you need to show, how this is personally affecting your life. People buy emotions. People are all about feelings. And if you can connect with their feelings, so go all the way back to who you're talking to. If you're talking to that mom who's stuck at home with kids and she's going crazy, I know how to talk to her. Or the busy mom, I've been there, who works 60 hours a week. and still is trying to fit in some workouts or trying to make healthier choices for my family. I've been there. So show your ups, your downs, connect with people, because your feelings, like if you can get them to feel what you're feeling, then they will follow along with you. So I share my ups and my downs. I share when I tore my calf muscle and how crappy that was, and how I couldn't walk, but how things turned out okay. We share, and I try to put a positive spin on it. This one was find you're thankful. Last week, I was dropping my daughter off from preschool, and I was super overwhelmed. And I'm like, oh, this day is crazy. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm starting off the whole week in the wrong mindset. And I shared that, and I got so many personal messages that day just saying, thank you for telling me that. That's exactly what I needed to hear. So if you are being real and honest and open with people, then even if they aren't commenting on your stuff or on your page, you're affecting people's lives, and that's why we're here. And it's those little messages that you get. They're like, that's what I needed. Thank you, Toniya. And I'm like, okay, this is why I'm here. Another thing, I kind of wanted to go about a little bit more into how I do these posts. So just being real, I had a non-scale victory. I did push-ups for the whole time on my bench, which was really exciting. So I'm going to just kind of go in really quick, and I'll either start my posts with a question or a short phrase, and then break it up. So you can see that I have, it's not one gigantic paragraph. I don't make my posts very long unless I'm really getting deep with a story. And then I have a little, share a non-scale victory of your own. So it's just a tiny call to action. And people can do that. They can be like, I fit into my pants, or I passed up some donuts at work. And I get a lot of interaction that way. Let's see what I have next. Okay. This is something super important. You need to know who is interacting with your page. So even if you have 40 followers or if you have 5,000 followers, you need to be aware of who's interacting with your page. And the people who are commenting and liking, those are the people you need to focus on. Okay. I think we get caught up a lot on, I have 3,000 followers, but maybe there's only like 20 people who are regularly commenting on your stuff. They're the people you need to be providing content for, and really getting to know them. Do your little spy up work a little bit, see what they're all about, but focus your content on them. Not yourself, but what will help those people, and then it will skyrocket for you. So a couple ways that I do that: you comment back if they comment on your post. If they took a few minutes to comment on your post, comment back and let them know that you appreciate that. Keep a conversation going. If you ask a question, make sure that you stick around, so that you can answer questions and you can get that conversation going for at least 10 minutes. If you ask a question on Facebook, you don't have to stay around all day on it, but ask a serious question and, give them the respect of being there to answer back, and then show them that you're real. Let's see what we have next. Okay. So this is me. Eat your freaking veggies. This is how I talk to people. This is how I talk in real life, and this is how I talk on my page. And I have a lot of people who are like, they send me messages, I want to get healthier, but I'm not really a fan of veggies. And so that day, I think I got a lot of those messages. Eat your freaking veggies. So in that, I got a lot of feedback on that one. And I'm not afraid to be myself, I guess. And I cuss in my posts, and that might not be your thing, and those people don't follow me. And that's okay. I don't get all crazy, but I just kind of go for what I say is what I post. Did I skip one? Let's see. Nope. Okay. Feelings, we talked about that. But when you're crafting a post, you need to think about, what do I want the people who are reading this to feel? I'm not just sending this out there, yay, it's going to be an inspirational quote because I need to fill up some time or I haven't posted in a while, but how do you want that to affect their lives? And if you just take a minute to think about that before you push post, you might make a few adjustments to your post, or you might choose not to post it. I am all about not just posting filler, but actually posting things that will help my people. So, each time you post, do you want them to be happy? Do you want them to feel inspired? Do you want them to feel empathetic or informed? Or is this post going to connect them to you? Is this going to provide support and where you think they are in their journey? We're going for the feelings again. Let's see. Okay. Workout pictures. So this goes with my, I set my tone for the day by doing my morning workout. And I do my short little intro. My kid doesn't have school on Wednesdays, so to be a better mom, I'm going to do my workout in the morning. I give myself 40 minutes, and then I follow up with like a little tip. Take time to take care of yourself, and you'll be better. Yeah, it will be better to take care of others. So it's kind of just little thing, info, tip, we're done. And I keep it real. This is me being vulnerable. I'm a runner. I'm having calf problems. Last night I had to walk home. That sucked. But because I can take a moment and tell my people it's not all sunshine and rainbows and unicorns, they're there with me, and so they get to experience my ups and downs with me. I pull people in, like I said, with something short. So I said, sometimes I don't do the right thing. I'm working on that. I knew at half a mile that I should turn around and go home, but I kept going. And we're not perfect. We're regular people here, and we're figuring things out. So I share that with my followers. And one way that I share that I found works pretty good about sprinkling in Beachbody, I don't do a lot of join me posts, which I probably should do more, but that's what ads are for. And I want you to think about how can you sprinkle in, and I think last week she talked about it as dripping in parts of Beachbody. Ways that you can do that is sharing, what you're doing with your team right now, or how you're going on daytime adventures with your kids if you're able to stay at home. If you're not, how you're connecting with your team or your challengers like on your lunch break, and it's exciting and you're helping people out. But a good way to do that is to sprinkle it in. So it's not all about Beachbody. This one's a little bit Beachbody heavy, but I said I tend to forget to check the mail. So what a lovely surprise to find all of this in my mailbox today. Best mail ever, Energized pre-workout, Power Greens because I'm a sneaky mom, Cafe Latte Shakeology, and blank metal plates because I'm going to get my crafty on and make some kick-ass motivational bracelets. What motivation, inspiration phrase would you put on a bracelet? So people are sending me messages or commenting below here like, you're making bracelets? What are you putting on? I want one. Do this. But the whole time it's getting traction for my post that has like my Cafe Latte Shakeology in it. Okay, and then I have other people who are like, what are Power Greens and why do we need them? And so, all of that tied in together. Now, that one was like blatantly, I'm throwing it out there. But this one, my 3-nager is in full force this morning. And so she at least will have some strawberry Shakeology. So she's on the right track. Now she's not screaming. She's still screaming at her brother. And I'm like, 4 is better, right? And people are like, no, it's not. This isn't going to go away. But, my Shakeology post is getting traction. And these people know. They know about 3-nagers. And last example. So we had the training call with, with Coach Caleb. This one was, and I was totally multitasking like we all do. And I was trying to cook something and I'm like, that's not cinnamon, that's cumin. And I was making pancakes. And so that would have been a complete disaster. But that's how I sneak in my I'm learning to be a better coach stuff. Okay. So things that you can post about, I know a lot of you know this, but it's good to have it lined up in one thing. And I talk to my coaches about this because I see a lot of the same, like 3 things. What can we post? Your workout, your Shakeology, your food. Okay. So if you're going to post about something you ate, and I know this is something, it's always kind of hard to do, try to make it like, or a recipe. Like if you made a recipe, put it on there. I try not to post too many things, like too many recipes that I didn't actually make. And I just try to keep it authentic like that. Sometimes I'll throw it, maybe like once a week, I'll throw one out there that I didn't make. And I always kind of feel guilty about it. But I feel like people know that that isn't really me and that I didn't really, that's not something I did. So I try to keep it really real with it. Your Shakeology, if it shows, how it benefits your day, or has a recipe, or if your Shakeology picture is going to add value, not just your shake cup. A quote or some type of motivation on a picture that you made. Word Swag, Photify, and InstaQuote are really good, simple apps that you can use to do that. And if you guys want any of this, I have it. I'll put the PDF in the team page too. And then the last thing, so food prep and shopping, nutrition tips that you find yourself sharing with your challengers. Your challenge groups are a gold mine for content of what to post. Those are your people that you're already working with. They're asking questions every day. Use those questions for content building. And then your challengers will see it there. They'll interact. Their friends will see it. And it helps to build a good base of people. So more of that, answer some questions that pop up in your challenge group. So that is everything I have there. And I'm trying to think if I was going to tie something else in. That's it. I don't know if that's exactly helpful.
That was good stuff, girl. That was really good stuff.
Thanks.
You made me question some of the things I was already doing. I was like, all right. So I might tweak my strategy a little bit. So good stuff. Does anyone have questions? If you do, you can unmute yourself or post in the chat box.
Oh, see, I should have seen some of the chat box earlier. Sorry, guys.
You were focused.
I was. Well, yeah, this was a silly thing. Thanks, Angie.
No questions, anybody? Nothing?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Oh, hold on. There's somebody is answering the question. I don't know.
Huh?
I think, is it Taya? I was asking a question in chat, but she didn't quite finish.
I've been getting a lot of no's from people. That's good. That means you're talking to people. A good book is go for no. I think I had like 10 people tell me no today. So that's a good thing. But if you're struggling with having people actually join you, talk to your coach and we can take a look at the conversations you're having to see what we can tweak in there. I know that my conversations in the beginning as a were not very good. So we can help you out. But no's are not a bad thing. No's are a good thing. And that just means they're not ready and that you can follow up with them in a month and things might change as long as you're being consistent and sharing your journey. Yeah, Susan got her first 2 yeses. Go, Susan. Go, Susan. Hello.
Thank you guys, and thanks for having me on, Rachel. I appreciate it. And
Thank you. You rocked it. Good job, girl.
I'm still learning. So, like, it didn't go quite exactly how I planned, but hey, we're all here learning together. So.
You did awesome. No, I'm super proud of you. Well, I have the recording. I'll try and post it up tonight. And tonight I can post the PDF so we can take a look at that. But thank you guys for joining us. Thanks again, Toniya. You're amazing. And have a good night, everybody. Bye, you guys.
Bye.